I play a lot of golf, in America, and you play with amateurs and the pro-ams, and all they can talk about is they're going to come over to Scotland. It's always Scotland.
Scotland simply is the home of golf. What we're using really is that history, the great landscape that you can see, and trying to create places where people want to be.
We're fantastically placed. 75% of the Scottish population live within 30 miles.
There is nothing like it in Scotland. It will be unique.
Hidden at the very heart of Scotland is Kersewell Resort, a 485-acre leisure and activities retreat developed by an experienced international team with a strong pedigree. The resort will consist of a 200-bedroom hotel with over 700 luxury lodges spread out across the entire site. This is complemented by restaurants and bars, swimming pools, spa, a superb mix of both indoor and outdoor.
I like to make a course inviting and keep the fairways reasonably wide, keep the penalties down, and also try and make it pleasurable as best as possible.
One of the great benefits of Kersewell is that the landform is already set up for a great golf course. There's a number of other golf courses around the world where golf needs to be imposed on the land. At Kersewell, as you can see, it's got terrific fall, natural undulations, lots of lovely features like the stone wall that we're sitting on now. And it's my role and Sandy's role, it's our challenge to be able to situate the holes that tie into these natural features, and then we overlay that with a strategic challenge that we're looking to do. We can design this with a soft hand, and I like that.
Looking at terrain around here, there's not going to be an awful lot of earth moving, which is nice. The views you get from here are quite dramatic, and I think it's going to be a really good complex at the end of it.
I like to think that we're creating 18 different stunning golf holes, but each has its own puzzle to be solved, and the reward for coming back is an understanding of parts of those puzzles, and the more you return, the greater the reward.
When you design a course, it's playing with the mind. Challenges, testing you out, choices to make. And people that think about golf courses hard is generally because it plays in the mind. If it's got to go across water, or you've got to play to a certain position, and then it gets tougher as you go along.
So often with golf courses now, beyond the boundary of the golf course, there's houses or buildings or an industrial estate. Here, how can you beat that?
The ethos behind the resort centres on the harmony between the landscape and the buildings, with an environmentally sustainable approach to both the construction and impact on the surrounding countryside. Using the very highest quality eco-friendly building techniques, coupled with a terrain-centred approach to both planning and landscaping, will help to make the resort melt away into its natural surroundings.
The concept has always been to make the buildings fit into the landscape. The contour of the land actually allows you to lose, if you like, into the landscape very, very large buildings. The type of construction that will be used on the resort suites accommodation is a low impact, trying to use as much timber, natural local stone as we can. There's no huge rafts of concrete. Whilst we will be taking out trees to form some of the fairways, we're also going to be planting many thousands of trees and shrubs and so on. So it's preserving as much of the natural vegetation as we possibly can.
Kersewell looks to redefine the 21st century staycation resort with a clever mix of building on the elements that work already and adding to this mixture to differentiate. A key element of this development strategy is selling resort lodge accommodation to both individual investors and companies at many different levels of investment.
To be a very family orientated resort, which was a key thing for me as I have children myself. I would say to any investor to come to the site, that really the site sells itself along with the business plan that the developers have in place.
Similar resort operations in the UK run at over 90% capacity and share the benefits with astute investors of a model that generates over £1 billion turnover, offering a great return on your money. And the earlier you join, the greater your discount and the bigger the potential capital growth.
This is a project where we're very dedicated to delivering a high quality product, and it's exciting to be able to work with Sandy where we're both local. We live within an hour or so of the site, so we can come and make those important critical decisions at the right times.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be my first effort in Britain and in Scotland, and I'm hopefully going to make a really good job of it.
Here we are, 16 miles from the capital city of Scotland, and yet look in any direction and all you see is hills or countryside.
This is your chance to be part of an exciting development, built on a sound business proposition in a rapidly expanding market by a strong team with a proven track record where your investment and initial returns are guaranteed. The time is right. The potential is vast.